That's why the same people get funded all the time, because they know them. I don't need to read their 2 paragraphs. I already know them. I know what they're doing. I know who they are. We all know each other. So therefore, they get funded. People fund who they know. You give your money to who you know. It automatically, if nothing changes, the more that you know, the more information you have, the better success you will have. So now this is where and how you can help. So everybody says, I got board members, I got volunteers, I got all these people, and they're like, I don't know how I can help. This is how they can help. In your actual other documents, you have an example, and you have this fundraising account. You should know when certain things are due. So what is your actual grant cycle? If you have a grant that you get annually, that grant is due January 31st. You need to start meeting with that program officer August the year before. Schedule a meeting, talk to them about your ideas, get an idea of where they're thinking funding is going to be. Is it going to be in the same range? Are we going to get cut? Is it possible that we can get an increase? And the way funding is going this year, you're probably going to have to maybe take a 10% cut. No worries. Now you have an understanding of what's going to happen in January and August. So you can start to make some adjustments. I know we're going to lose out of this grant. We're going to lose something. So where can I pick up additional fundraising? Maybe I need to do more special events. We need to do a special event because we are getting cut from our primary funder that was giving us dollars annually. Normally we got $100,000. They've informed us in January they're going to give us $65,000. Therefore, I need $35,000 to continue my program. Sounds a whole lot better than saying, give me $35,000 or give me $35,000 because you know exactly where you need it. When you take this to the program, what is that $35,000 going to cover? Is it going to cover food for the program? Is it only going to cover space for the program? Is it going to cover stipends for the volunteers? Can I get food donated? Possibly. Talk to Chick-fil-A. They said, yeah, I don't need 35. Now I only need 20. I need space. Talk to an organization that has space. They say they'll give it to me. Now I don't need 20. Now I only need 5. 5 I can get from a small community grant. It's covered because you knew exactly what you needed, dollar amount, and you knew where it needed to go and what it needed to cover. The more information, the more targeted the request you can have. And so this becomes your pitch. Our organization does great work. We're in the community. We do everything every day. However, we realize that we're short on staff and accounting. So as a result, we need $75,000 in order to hire additional staff and get accounting to continue to do the great work we do in the community. Thank you very much. You off the elevator. 30 seconds. Up, you're good. You can hand them a card. More than likely, you'll get communication. You don't need to give them everything in the mission part because that is only what everybody does. Everybody's in their mission. Health and wellness, raise your hand. Mental health, raise your hand. Youth development, raise your hand. Community engagement, raise your hand. Everybody's in your mission. What separates you? That's the part that is key. That's where you need to get in the ask. You have to know. It's not only what separates you mission-wise, what separates you program organizationally, so that way you know exactly where you need your dollars. When you're done, these are all the things that you really should absolutely understand as an organization. Every individual should know these things internally. Your volunteers, your board members, your staff, everybody needs to know these things because that is where they're going to help. Your board should know what you need so that way they can identify it. They know you need accounting support. So when you say, what is your influence? I need your influence to find me an accountant. I may not need your influence to bring me dollars, but if you can bring me an accountant, great. That's bringing me dollars. That's bringing me resources. Have your board understand the strategy, program description. What is the data? What do you need? How are we doing programming? Every board member should be able to say 30 seconds when they see it. You never know who may run across that person, and they need to know partners, impact, plans for evaluation. All of this is worded. Does your organizational budget tell you the exact same thing? Everything has to line up. So when you look at your organizational budget, is it going to tell you that you have a gap coming up? That's where you need the resources. So be more strategic in understanding where your gaps are. Be more intentional about your descriptions of your request. No blankets. And please reach out to anyone that is going to provide you dollars or for opportunity before you submit any documentation. You need to find out if it's the right fit for you. Please believe it. We in LaSalle do a whole class on equity and philanthropy. Funders will make you jump through hoops for $2,000. And you all know it. Probably the most difficult grants you have are small ones. Who has city funding, county funding? Anybody? How many of you love, I can see the smile. County reimbursement?
Oh my God.
You got to spend it down to the actual last penny. So they give it back to you and say that your budget didn't come in. It came in at $221.04. It should have came in at $222. You got to spend those 96 cents. Really, it's like a $1,500 grant. What are you doing? Equity and philanthropy. Sometimes you need to tell them no. I don't want it. So yeah, I'm gonna give you $1 million. I don't know. Like, you're gonna be all up in my business. Like, I really don't know if it's really worth it for me to take these dollars from you. You have to be strategic in what you're asking. Any questions?
You had me at hello, number one.
Hello.
But you had me with vision and passion.
Yep.
I was the classic nonprofit with all of this vision.
Yep.
And then I came into this market that felt like it was dog eat dog,
Yep.
frankly. Like, wow, this is business. This is competition. So I really wanted to go back to your point about the structure of it. So you're saying if you're a 501c, you can structure it as an S corp or as a corp. So
When
can
you fill
break
out
that
your
down a little
paperwork
bit?
with the state, the best way to do it is to file as an incorporation. You file as a nonprofit corporation or a for-profit corporation. Same exact thing. So when you file your paperwork with the state, that does not give you 501c3 designation. You are just a nonprofit. The 501c3 designation comes from the IRS. So how many of you have filled out your 501c3 paperwork? Form 1023. How many of you like that form? The IRS does not care about your mission. On that form, they give you a small little paragraph on the second page. It says, put all your mission stuff on a completely separate document. Program description, put all that separate. I really do not care. I'm trying to figure out what are you doing that's so great that you're not gonna give me taxes on it. That's it. And I'm also trying to figure out how you're gonna do all this because you scamming and I know somewhere in there, somebody's getting money and y'all not giving me tax on it. That's all that they care about. So there's two completely separate things. Your structure that you're running it, when you run it, people operate a nonprofit and in their brain, they immediately go, it's nonprofit, so we're not going to make money.
Yeah,
That is not correct. You want your universities are nonprofits. They are nowhere close to trying to operate broke. You will not take a class if you don't pay. Those are facts. So have the same mindset. Run it like a business. And
So
as you
how
go,
do I go back, like, because I've been a nonprofit for a minute. So now how do I go back to structure it as a corp? I already have the IRS, done all that.
if you already got it, just run it like a business and leave it like you have it already set up. So don't go back and change it. Just mentally view it completely different. People always do nonprofit things and you will give everything in your life to do it for free. That's just who you are. That's the reason why you're in this business. You will do it for free. You've been doing it for free. That's not how this should work. Don't do it for free. Questions? Any questions?
Yes, I want to make sure I don't miss what you just said. So you said you can be a 501c3, but then when you're filing your taxes, you can still file as an
No,
S?
when you submit for the IRS, you are requesting them to identify your organization with a 501c3 tax designation.
Right.
Which means you are exempt from paying tax for anything that you do under this umbrella of your nonprofit because you are doing this level where you do not want the tax implications. You want to be able to get whatever benefits come with tax exempt status,
Right.
which they will tell you, okay, as a result of you not paying us tax, you can't have any political affiliation, you can't keep, like, it's a whole bunch of things that are going in. We're good with you not paying us tax. As soon as I find out that you're doing something,
This, right.
we're gonna have a problem.
So you're basically saying on paper, 501c3, but then handling yourself as a corporation.
Correct,
Right?
because
Okay.
you're only asking for the tax, it's literally paperwork.
Okay.
It's nothing else. If you do not like paperwork, do not be a 501c3. Do not run your own organization. Do not start your own organization. Have your own passion. File it with the state and go get somebody else to be your fiscal agent. Do not even begin to get into the, ooh, no. You do not like paperwork. Don't start. Oh, wait, person here and we'll come back.
Is it true that the NFL, NBA are nonprofit?
That is true.
Yes.
So I think you're missing a crucial thing here. So IRS is your 501c3. S Corp, LLC, all that, that's a state. So you're going to file your state paperwork and you're going to say, I'm incorporated or I'm whatever.
Yeah.
So that's your bylaws, your articles of incorporation, all that goes to the state. You have to get that happy letter, they call it a happy letter, in order to file for a 501c3, which is through the IRS. So one set of paperwork is done in the state pa.gov. The other one is done with the IRS. And if you need assistance with that, my nonprofit helps nonprofits start. So
Thank you.
And-
Yeah,
and
because I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
let
I'm
you
not
know.
speaking for
The
you.
reason why I say you don't want to do it if you don't like paperwork is because you got into this for mission and vision and passion.
Right.
When you start running your own nonprofit, you get further and further and further away from direct service. You get so far away that you have to remind yourself the reason why you got into it, because you will recognize quickly the same way that the IRS doesn't care, nonprofit industry does not care at all. This is not a friendly industry.
Yeah.
It is not. It is cutthroat. There are some people that will have a great meeting with you. You'll give them your idea. They'll say it was amazing. We're not interested right now.
Yeah.
And 2 months later, they'll be doing your program and got $1 million for it that you thought they were going to get. So please understand, when you're getting into this, you are getting into this for your mission and your vision and your passion. Always run it like a business.
So you were talking about the program gaps.
Yes.
When we talk about outcomes, like, so what if, like, you know, you have adequate impact, or like adequate finances, but, and like, so like you're kind of covered, it's not great, but when you talk about like, you want to grow, like you're at capacity where you're at, and everybody's like, oh, but it looks so great on paper, but like, if you're doing an ask to help grow the capacity, like, how would you do that? Right?
Who's telling you that it's great on paper?
Well, I mean, I guess like, you know, if you're meeting all goals, I guess like maybe if you're
You change your goals because there's a bigger need. In order to provide a bigger need, you have to justify that there's a bigger need. So yeah, we're serving 50. That's not even anywhere close to being what we should be able to serve. There's 5,000 people that need your support. We need your support to increase our capacity. That's your gap. Your gap is I can't do anymore, but there's this big number of people that can't get our services because this is where our budget is capping us at. You increase our budget, now you're starting to say, what can you do with those dollars? So a funder may say, once they get to know you, this is the phone call that everybody wants. Hey, how you doing? Great. I just want to let you know I just left a meeting, and I think I can get your organization $50,000 over the next 2 years unrestricted. Can you just tell me how you're going to use it? Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Who says yes?
For sure.
Please be able to, because as soon as you say, you have to, there's no no hesitation. You need to come back with a response. And that response, at worst, can be, give me 24 hours. Okay, that's pushing it. If you can come back directly, you just got $50,000. Just because you knew this information right off the top of your head. It's all relationships, communication.
I'm going to talk about spending down exactly what they need. So say if someone gave you money for food or a program,
Yep.
and you got an unsolicited donation
Yep.
that filled that void.
Yep.
You have to give that money back.
Call your funder immediately and tell them you got an unsolicited donation. Can I make a budget revision? You gave me $3,000 for food. Chick-fil-A just gave me $5,000 in food. Can I move this $3,000 to somewhere else? Can I move it to supplies? Can I move it to salary? Can I carry it over? And normally our program goes for 12 months. But now with that $3,000, we can do an extra month. We can do an extra 50U. We can add people to something. Like the more that you know, you're constantly, that's why you're constantly doing the fundraising. You're constantly talking to people about procuring resources. You're constantly trying to find partners. Everybody in this room, when you leave, there's probably so many resources just at this table of dollars that are not used, that you're trying to find strategies and structures for, that I got this, I'm talking to this group, I know this person, I know them. Well, maybe if we do this a couple, hey, and you can create a program just by you all talking to each other. It's the communication that you have. Fundraising is right now. That's it. Networking and fundraising are synonymous, same exact thing. And it transfers for everything in our lives, not just now, like relationships. Everybody is married, you have to communicate. You don't communicate, you got problems. So communication is in everything else that we do in our lives. It is about trust, and that is what the letter is. The foundations, and everybody in philanthropy, they fund who they trust.
Yeah.
Because I need to be able to give you these dollars and know that you're not going to show up on the news. Just saying. I advance in philanthropy just like scouts and general managers advance in football or advance in sports. I'm a program officer. Look at the organization that I identified that I funded. Look at the work that they're doing. Look at this other organization that I identified that I funded. I have a portfolio of organizations that once I give them money, they not only exceed their outcomes, they become better. You eventually become a president of a foundation because somebody, the owner of the 76ers, he's got a foundation. He needs somebody to run it. I want to make sure that my dollars are doing great in the community. So I need somebody that knows to be able to find those scams out of all the requests. I want to make sure that my money is doing great. That is what you are getting from foundations. You are getting dollars that are specifically targeted for a specific need.
What about strategy with the contact person for said grant? Like you said, to make this kind of relationship,
Yep.
but I found that there's a firewall of
Yep.
that whole, ask your questions by set date.
Yep.
And then, so how do you form that relationship? So they're like, oh yeah, you know what, she reached out over XYZ.
Initially, you start with the email. I'm interested in applying for this particular grant. I'd like to find out more information just around how our organization and your funding guidelines meet. Are you available to schedule a time in order to meet? Ask those questions at the Q&A. No worries. At the Q&A, be the one that's asking all the questions. Literally to a point that where by the time you're done asking questions, they know your name. And as you're talking through it, you're, okay, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I just want to see how it's going to fit. You're giving them the information about your program as you're in that queue. Don't care about everybody you're trying to get funded. You need to know your information. If y'all can get my idea from me telling you that I put cilantro and thyme and tomatoes in my pasta sauce, and you can make it, great. If not, it's probably not going to come out the same. So little bits and pieces, get the request to enough where they know you, to a point where they are expecting to see your proposal because they've heard so much about it that they're excited to see what you wrote. When they go into the room, they're going to share that same excitement. So wait, I didn't see so-and-so's organization on the list that got for final approval. What are we doing? That lady was asking questions all day in the Q&A. Nobody else. She's the only one that had her camera on. Everybody else had their names up. She asked like 15 questions. Well, I didn't understand this. Oh no, she talked about it. She said they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing this. Funders trust that person. So because that person spoke up for you, you get back on the approval list and you get funded. Mm-hmm. When nobody knows you, everybody in the room can get whatever bias they have. I have been in funding rooms. I do not fund any budget that ends in all zeros. Not. And everybody knew it. Mike's not funding this. Why? You didn't do it. There's no way, if you have salary, that your friend is going to end in all three zeros. It doesn't. I need a crooked number somewhere. 134, like I don't care where it is, just give me a crooked number and I read it. But if you just go 3,000, 4,000, you just, there's no. Your budget does not tell the same story as your program. Your budget tells me you didn't do any research on your funding. So I'm gonna give you $5,000 for you to guess where you're gonna spend it? No, nothing to do with your proposal. Your program was great. You just didn't do budget research, so you got a letter. There are people that literally, relationships are real. If you are an organization that is ran by a founder, and your founder went to high school with the person that is over the funding, and your founder took that person's girlfriend, you're not getting funded. Just saying, your founder married his high school sweetheart. You can have the greatest program ever, you're not getting no money at all from them. Understand that when you do the research. Wait, who? Oh, we gotta go somewhere else. Why it's not happening? Program aligns everything. It is just relationships are how you get funded. Please always remember that. Always remember. Any other questions? Not really. Yeah, not really. Think of those that say LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. People are not on there. They're on there to find out what other people do. They're on there to see who says something funny. They're not going in their business life. So do not carry your business in there. You can find where they're at. You want to contact them professionally. Email them directly at their work email. So that way they understand that I am calling you about this particular thing that you are representing, either as the contact, where to contact, trying to get to know. You can do exploratory meetings prior to the proposal even being funded when you had your fund development calendar. You found out in August you needed, you started to look, September, October, November. We're just scheduling exploratory calls. Funders have nothing to do at all. They just sit in their office. They love meetings. Please give them something to do other than walking, talking at the coffee spot. Like, they're reviewing proposals every now and then. Other than that, they're literally just having conversation in the office. Give them something to do. Schedule a meeting. Get them energized about your program so that way they can feel good about coming to work every day. Philanthropy on that side is born. It is. They get excitement from the work that you all do in the community. The more that they can talk about the work that is happening in the community, the better their day is. Otherwise, what are we talking about? Politics.
When you're doing like your competitor analysis or having these conversations, is it okay to point out your differentiators? Like if you say like this really well-known organization does a similar thing, but they're doing it, it costs program participants this much dollars. We're doing it for free, and we're having this much more impact. Is
Yes.
that okay? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
That's your benefit. That's your uniqueness. That's the reason why you're doing it.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if like it doesn't like when we talk about relationship building, like if you can't always find exactly like maybe that is somebody's second cousin to say that they run that program, but like was it going to leave a bad taste in
So
somebody?
does that mean that you're not going to start running your program where you're not going to do it for free and you're going to start doing it there?
Not
And we're doing your program for free. You were able to get your resources and be able to use them for something completely different. Two different organizations, and that's what separates you. So therefore, they may ask you for the dollars or they're going to do this. You can go to the same funder because you're not funding me for the same thing. I'm asking you for something completely different. You're funding them in order to run that program. I already got that program covered, but we're in the same space. I'm asking you to support this administrative or operational part. So you're using them to identify where's like-minded resources coming. And you can collaborate with them on a number of things. If you are serving a number and they're serving a number, you put them two together and there's more people in the population. Y'all partners. You just got to get them to think that way. Literally, you are partners. The biggest thing we were able to do with youth development in Cleveland is get people to think you're beyond the neighborhood. We are Northeast Ohio. What are you talking about? We're Northeast Ohio. Like, you can serve 50 kids in your neighborhood. When you put 17 neighborhoods together, and we all serve 1,000 kids, now we're serving 17,000. That's a request you can send to the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, not to these little ones that everybody is asking in Cleveland already. And so as a result, they were able to get say yes in Cleveland. They have a whole bunch of other initiatives because now the systems have said which is the best to bring the dollars in. So if that means that the city of Cleveland needs to put in a request, great. We're bringing in $5 million for all of our partners. This money just came through the city of Cleveland. Doesn't need to come through the county. Great. So when they do youth employment for the summer, all the youth employment money goes directly through the county. Kids are ran through summer employment. Everybody's covered. Yes, ma'am.
Angel investors.
Yes.
What is the difference between if you're going to ask for a grant, are the angel investors like?
Angel investor, you're talking to the person that's the decision maker. Grant, it's a whole network of people that you have to go through. In most cases, the angel investor is going to give you the same request that that board member gets. Give me 2 paragraphs. I don't need all that. Me and you are going to talk about it. Like, we're going to talk. I'm going to see you face to face. We're going to sit down. eye to eye. I'm giving you this money. I need to know where you live. I need your kids' information. I need everything. Like, you're not going anywhere. We're gonna get to know each other. We're gonna be connected for the rest of our lives. Communication, relationship. If you can find an angel investor, keep them close. Please keep them close. Do not abuse them. Keep them close.
Let's say one of my board members gave me an application for a grant, or they gave me a link for a grant,
Yeah.
they mentioned a letter of interest. I've never heard of that before.
A letter of interest is usually something that you submit early to let that grant organization or the funding organization know that you intend to submit for that grant that they're putting out. They want to know kind of the idea how many people are going to respond. So I got $500,000. If I can tell from the letter of intent, we got 1,000 organizations applying, probably it's going to be small dollars that are going to be distributed to all the organizations. We got so many people that's coming, we got to spread it out. I got $500,000. I only got 5 people that said they were applying. You probably will get $100,000.
Do you have any suggestions on how that does?
It's real simple. It's literally just your organization, address, number of people. It's like a 1-page. Tell them nothing. It's literally, they should give you what it actually says. If it's a thing that has a link and they say you have to do a letter of interest, they should give you a template for how that actually needs to be written. It should all come in the actual package. If you gave a link, that board member that gave you that information, keep that board member engaged with you through this entire process. Use the board member as the person that can reach out. You are executive director. Let your board handle this for you to initially get that relationship going. If they gave you the link, say, can you help with this process? I'll support paperwork. Can you reach out to whoever's there? I'm a board member, X organization. Me and my executive director would like to have a phone conversation or a phone meeting with you if that's possible to be able to go over our ideas because we are submitting an LOI. Are you interested in having that meeting? Yes or no? They say no, don't take it any other way. They're just being equitable and fair. I can't meet with everybody, so that's our policy. Great, but now that you've made that request, now they're gonna start looking for you. Is that organization? You wanna make them know your name. Absolutely, everybody. Yes.
Hi, I'm Laura from Kevin John McAleese Foundation. I was wondering, what is the difference between a bid and a grant application?
A bid and a grant. A bid, you are literally, more than likely, it's probably either like a contract that is gonna be kind of some type of way. You're putting in to either provide some type of service. The grant would be literally like they're giving you the dollars. So when you're bidding on something, you're either kind of offering it like you provide, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. It's different. I mean, the grant is just directly given to you from the city. Are you talking about like a county bid?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're bidding, more than likely it's like for-profit, non-profit, like everybody can be connected to it. Grants are only reserved for a non-profit. But bids can come from either like a, say like a construction company or like a mental health organization. Somebody that is a for-profit can also bid on whatever those services.
Thank you.
A good example of bid is when you have nonprofits that are like working with HIV and AIDS, and each one of them teaches proactive status, right, to preventative. And I do it, she does it, and this lady does it. And they say, well, we want you to come in and we want you to teach a program for 6 weeks. What's your bid on that? And you come in at 6,000, she comes in at 4,000, and she comes in at 3,000. They're going to choose the bid based on what your service is and what the cost is. So you're bidding against other people, whereas a grant, you're competing against yourself in grants. I need you to understand that you're not competing against another nonprofit. You're competing against yourself, what you're offering to that grant maker. With the bid process, though, it's literally they're trying to get as much funding out as possible. And if they can take 3,000s versus 9,000, they're going to do that. So.
What advice would you give like a small nonprofit that's, I don't know if I would use the word like staying afloat, but you want to go past that. You want to get bigger grants, not just the small little community grants. What advice would you give an organization that's
That question that I asked, there's this term called unit of social impact, which literally means like, what is your vision? So your unit of social impact is what is it worth to you? You got in this to help how many people? And you have to give yourself a number.
which is very hard. When people get into nonprofit, they say they're unit of social impact. I want to help everybody. You can't. You have to pick a number, and that number means what is success for you 50. If not, that means your organization needs to grow based off of your vision of success. If you want to help 5 million people, you need an organization that can support helping 5 million people. If you want an organization that's only good, I'm good with serving 50 people a year. Structure your organization around that. So as you're starting your organization, your biggest question is, what is it worth to you? What is my unit of social impact? What do I want to see happen? What am I satisfied with? So if you are in this to help 15,000 people, you're not going to be happy with 15 at the end of the year. You're just not. You won't be fulfilled. You're not going to get up and do it anymore. You're not going to stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning. You're not. You feel you're a failure. If you wanted to get in this to help 15 people, and you got 15 people at the end of the year, you're going to be vibrant. You're going to be excited. So it's all up to you. Nobody is the same. Everybody gets into it for their own reason. That's why I focused on the mission vision. You get so far caught up in it that you're saying, I'm trying to help everybody. Nobody's going to fund you to do that, so therefore, that's why you don't take the dollars. Because your vision is so big, you can't put any structure.
I want to build on that question. When you talk about your unit of social impact, so let's say for you it's 50, but then there are some really great grants that really they're looking to serve 150.
What's your unit of social impact?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if your unit of social impact is only 50, is it better to grow or to just avoid that grant?
It's up to you. On your unit of social impact, you started this for 50. You see a grant that says 150. Now you change your unit of social impact from 50 to 150. If you go to 150, you see another grant that says it's 5,000.
Yeah.
You change it from. You can continue. You have to come because now you're following your organization behind the money. You may not have the capacity. And now you literally are setting your organization up as failure because you're following where the dollars can take you to a place that you don't want to go. Because you can't get that $5 million grant. It's going to take up all your time that isn't mission related at all. It isn't not even anywhere close to mission related because it's a federal grant that you got that you get reimbursed. So now you are working with homeless populations, and not because this came down from hood. Now you're doing youth deals. So you need $5 million. Okay, well, why you starting? Now you don't like it. Becomes a whole bunch. You literally are starting this, or whatever. Be honest with yourselves. That is the easiest way to be successful. It is a difference between you have to understand and be able to manage your passion. That's the hardest part within nonprofit, is being able to be the leader and manage your passion. You have employees that are not doing what they're supposed to do. You don't want to fire them because they're great. They come to work every day. They're awesome. Miss Johnson is so nice, but she's always late. The kids always complain. She never turns in her timesheet on time. And our program never meets their outcome, but she's so nice. I don't want to fire her. So you just move her somewhere else. Now, program gap. And now your funders coming in like, we've been funding this program for, well, you know, I know Miss Johnson. Y'all should have fired her 4 years ago. But you know, she's around, yeah, I know. And so you got 1 more year. You need to make a decision on Miss Johnson. Eventually it's gonna have to come. Run your businesses like a business. Absolutely.
I have a question. It's about like compliance and integrity, right? So we maintain a grant that was $25,000, but our chess and our golf programs actually required in-kind donations. Some coaches gave us resources for less than they usually charge. So we were applying for another grant, and they're asking, hey, we manage a certain amount of money for this program. We've managed some money. We manage a dollar amount, and we also have in-kind. We say we manage $50,000 when $25,000 was actually the service of the discount.
25,000. Can you verify that those 25,000 were in kind and volunteer and consultant?
Yeah, we can. I just never known. I don't want to.
$50,000 is $50,000. Somebody got paid. Okay. You didn't have to pay it. Those are resources that you were able to get. Volunteer time has a dollar amount on it. Look on the IRS website. It will tell you everybody that volunteers, you can put an hourly rate to that. That does go in your budget. Volunteers are people. They are resources. If we are trying to do an event and you can get 500 volunteers to support your event, you will have every organization in here trying to collaborate with you. Because you bring in resources. The biggest thing the nonprofits need is human capital. That's it. I can't do this by myself. I need people And I would love to have people that don't want to get paid. Like you trying to alleviate homeless, and you got 1,000 people that want to help you alleviate homeless and don't want to die. Let's go. What are we doing? Absolutely.
Thank you.
Think we're done? Any other questions?
Last one.
I just have a comment. I want to say thank you. This has been
Oh, you're welcome.
a terrific presentation. I got a lot. I'm not a nonprofit myself, but it's about the year's journey, and I think to have nonprofit a lot. Great.
Thank you. Switch over. Laptop swap.
Hey, everybody. Hi, quickly. How did Mike do today? Great. The way that will help your organization grow. Say, go, Mike.
Go.
Good job. Definitely. So I'm going to steal about 10 more seconds. Hey, I didn't speak to you properly because I was rushing my team. Hey, how you doing? So I was rushing. I'm still rushing, apparently. I wanted to just once formally thank LaSalle University's Nonprofit Center. They are the big boys of nonprofiting, okay? So this is where you access not just some hundreds or some thousands. This is where you access the millions. And this is how they get you in front of corporate sponsorship, major philanthropists. But you gotta get ready and get ready. Turn to your neighbor and say, get ready. Get ready. When you get to this level, no excuses, right? There's not, oh, I'm still filing, oh, I'm still working on, man, they be tripping, I called to ask for it, but you know what, it's not personal, just get your stuff together, all right? So, hey, all these snow people are here. So I just wanted to acknowledge that you are the real deal, and based off of the response, you all know it too. One more time for the side of the see all these mics and Michelle's here, as you can see. Okay, so I'm Michelle. We got 2 mics, and that's good. Thank you. So now I want to formally introduce our new partner, who is an executive master business coach. Because I only want smart people but me, right? Okay? You gotta at least be as smart as me, but I want you to be way smarter, right? And so Mike is one of those people who is an executive master business coach. He understands philanthropy, he understands nonprofit, and he understands business. And most of you are kind of like double shift. You are a business owner, right? Got a beauty business and you're a nonprofit. So if you have an LLC or some sort of formal business, make some noise, right? Right, business, right? But you're also doing your thing as an executive, or board member, or founder. You make some noise too. So you got a double dose with this next 30 minutes that's coming up. So I'm going to give you all. Before Mike starts, I'm going to give you just maybe about 90 seconds at your table to kind of read, check your notes. If somebody is still hungry, keep in mind we've got a feast coming at 12:30-ish. But we wanted to make sure that they wouldn't sit up here with their stomachs bubbling while you all were talking. Because there's nothing like being hungry and trying to learn. Like, it just does not work. Hey, Lee, thank you for coming. All right. So, with that being said, we're going to do a countdown. Who's got a phone? Give me a timer. We got about 90 seconds just to say hi, refresh yourself. And then this major, big time consultant, coach, leader is going to take it home for 30 minutes, and then we're going to eat, and then we're going to have an award ceremony, and somebody's going to win some stuff. All right? 90 seconds. It's on right now.
So the first one is send it the second like if this guy
She said you can use it. I know that's not just I was like, I mean, I maybe and I just I put them like I I don't know. So this is the Change Maker, which helps all right, 30 seconds, folks. I am Ariel Baker. I'm running a program to help
Yes.
people were like, you're saying that trust and you go from the phone, but I have
20 seconds, folks. Yes. 9.
just drunk whole weekend. I said whole weekend. And I just,
5, 4, 3. Into our team, Miss Stephanie. You can okay. All right, ladies, gentlemen, founders, and executives, I present to you the one and only Michael Martin.
So, the other Mike Matthews did a great job. Let's hear it one more time for him. Awesome job. Tons of great information. So, 2 key things that I took away that I'm going to reinforce. Number 1, run your organization like a business. And my goal here is to, as the subheading there, right? Run your organization like a high-performing entrepreneur. Even though you're a nonprofit, everything that Mike talked about is all the reason why you need to think like a business. You have to have your budget dialed in, right? You have to know your staff, know your mission. You have to be able to sell your organization with the 30-second commercial. So we're going to talk about some of that stuff today. Make sure my slides work. So just really quick, Mike Martin, I'm the author of this book right here, The Self-Fulfilling Formula. It's based on a very quick experience that I had. I lived my very own self-fulfilling prophecy as a child. First day of kindergarten, my father grabs the kindergarten teacher and says, we've had Mike's IQ tested. It's really high. He's gifted, so expect him to be the best student in your class. There was just one catch, though. My dad made that up. It was not true at all. Talk about a little pressure put on me by my dad, right? Told the teacher I was gifted, and he had no idea what my IQ was. So he made a prophecy for me of being an excellent student. But you know what? I became one. I became an excellent student. And I lived that self-fulfilling prophecy. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. I'd like to start off with I like to start my things with this permission. So I don't think I have to tell you to be interactive already. You guys all asked great questions before for Mike. So, but as I'm going, if something really strikes you, it's okay to, wave at me and let's have a discussion. And there'll be points where I ask that. And if you like any of what we discussed here today, at the end I promise to show you where to go to find out. So start off with, and we talked about this when we first started today, what's your goal, right? What do you want to leave here today knowing? Just keep that in mind. I'm going to share a lot of information, and with only the short time I have, about a half hour, I like to do this in 60 or 90 minutes. So I might talk a little fast. That's part of my permission too. If I'm too fast for you, wave at me and I'll try and slow it down. But, don't let my delivery, the look of me, the look of the slides, if there's something wrong with the slide, don't let that detract from the message, and pull out of this what you really want to get from today. And my goal is to give you as much information and value as I can in the time we have. So let's talk about what are some of the challenges we find in running nonprofit or really any organization or business. Well, the first one is we might not be that well known, right? People can't find us. They don't even know about us. How many times, anybody had an experience where you heard someone talk about what you do and they had no idea you did it? Yep. Right? So we need to get known, just like any business, right? I work with a lot of for-profit companies and entrepreneurs, CEOs and founders. And, when you can't be found or people don't know what you can do for them, that's your biggest hurdle to overcome. And because people don't know what we do or how we might partner with them or how we might serve the community, we feel like we're like this poor guy here, right? We're chasing for donations, for volunteers, for resources, and we're begging to work with us. And we haven't maybe taken the time to understand their perspective about it. What do they want? What are they looking for out of this conversation? Like Mike so expertly pointed out before me, you need to have that pitch dialed in. And the more specific your asks are, the better, right? That was one key takeaway. And then, of course, we're competing. We're competing for people's attention, now maybe more than ever with all the bombardment we get through social media and everything else. We're competing for dollars. We maybe are straight up competing with other organizations that do the same thing, right? So it's attention, it's money, right? We're competing for those dollars. And then, because of all of this, we might feel like we're trying to carry water up a hill with a bucket like this. Lots of holes in it, right? We feel like it's just such a Herculean effort, and when we get to the top, there's no water left, right? And so we need to look at this as a matter of, okay, maybe I have this bucket, but how can I improve it over time? You don't have to fix that whole bucket at once. Just one hole at a time will make massive improvement. And so because of then all of this, right, might culminate in the worst outcome where we feel like we're failing. Or worse, we actually do fail. And that might not mean going away, but that might mean not serving as many people as we want or having the impact we want. Right? But the good news is it doesn't have to be like that. And that's what I'm hoping to give you some ideas and build off of what Mike shared already. Right? So now more than ever, it's actually easy to get found if you can stand out. Right? I talk with companies a lot about niching down, right? Mike said, who do you help? Well, we can help everybody. When you say that, then you might as well say nobody because it doesn't resonate. You need to find the communities and the donors that are specific to what you are delivering. And what's paradoxical about this is the more you get specific, the better outcomes you get. Because you're speaking to the people's specific need or area, geography, gender, age, whatever it is. So get really specific about that. Because then when you say you serve them and it's that person that fits your profile, you resonate. They're like, yes, you're my people, right? We're the same. And I know you can help. And there are simple steps here to do it. When we're carrying that bucket of water, it might seem a little overwhelming. But we can narrow it down to simple steps that are learnable. all the techniques of building an organization and a business and finding donors and growing, it's all learnable, and that's good news. And then when we do that, we can get really specific where we focus, like the surgeons here, right? We're not serving everybody, we're serving this community. We're gonna do this much this year, or this quarter, and then next year, we're gonna do 10% more, 20% more, 100% more, right? Whatever it is. And when you do all of this, you get momentum, and you gain and build momentum, and then you can actually open up your time. You have more time freedom to grow your organization, to focus on the right things, and have more impact. So, the big idea around this entire presentation is this, and I share this very often with companies and businesses who are for-profit, right? Anybody know who this is? Right? Armstrong, right? Yes, he cheated, but still known as one of the greatest cyclists of all time, right? Won the Tour de France like 7 times or something like that. So, if I'm racing this guy, who's winning? I mean, I know I look athletic, but he's going to win every time, right? What if he's on this bike and I'm on a very good racing bike? Now, I'm winning every time, right? So, think about that for your organization. Do you have a racing bike or do you have a tricycle? And Mike talked about this a little bit, right? When he said the zeros, right? If somebody has zeros, I know they're on a tricycle because they didn't do their work. They're not a strong, disciplined organization. They're not putting in the right effort on the right things. So what I teach my clients, and what I hope to give you some value in here today, is how do you build a better bike? Right? Take your organization and build a better business, a better organization, a better bike. So with my time, I only have 2 keys. I usually share 3 in an hour. When I work with my clients, I share 5 in every session, but today, 2 keys. The first is the formula, right? The self-fulfilling formula. It's based on that experience I told you about when I was a child. But I asked myself the question as I became an adult, can we engineer a self-fulfilling prophecy? Can we make it work for us and create them? I found the answer is, of course, yes. And I created this framework that I put into today because it packs the most value and punch in one key. And the formula is simply these 3 things: mental fitness, social fitness, and execution. Feel free to take a picture and use that QR code to buy 1 copy for yourself on Amazon. Sorry, shameless plug. But these 3 things, I believe, are boiling down the simplest formula, right? Make it simple, but no simpler, to thrive or have success in any endeavor. And I'll break it down really quickly. So, mental fitness. This is something called the law of self-control that a business guru years ago, Brian Tracy, put together. But it basically says that the law of cause and effect, right? We all know a cause has an effect, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you want to go? Oh, it doesn't work. Okay. Well, I'll check with you later. Sorry about that. So, thoughts are causes, right? Even though they're in our heads and they're mental, thoughts are causes, right? When we have certain thoughts, they create certain feelings, and feelings cause us to take action or even inaction, right? So, thoughts drive feelings, feelings drive actions, and it's our actions that drive our outcomes. Now, when our thoughts are positive, we have good outcomes, and we scale the mountain. When our thoughts are negative, we don't have good outcomes, right? We have no outcome or bad outcome. And so the key is, how do we keep our mental fitness strong? There are lots of ways to do that, but for today, I just want you to understand the importance of mental fitness as a key component in everything. Now, Mike before me, or Michael, talked about relationships. Has anyone heard of this study? So this is a study that is running for 85 years, and it's still going on today. The Harvard study of adult development. And what this study has looked at is, you can see they've studied, they started with just men because it was 1938, and that's what studies did back then, right, short-sighted. But now they've expanded to a bigger group, and they started with this group of men, both Harvard students and then men from a poor neighborhood in the Boston area. And they followed them for 85 years, and now they're studying their spouses, their children. They take blood, they ask them extensive questionnaires for 85 years. And there's one conclusion from this study. The single most important factor in any success and thriving in life is relationships. More than money, more than fame, it's relationships that make you happy and allow you to thrive. Think about an example. Someone who's older. If they're alone, they're lonely, and they have no support system. If they have their family or a close loved one or a caretaker, they thrive because they have a relationship. They have somebody who could repeat what people say, who could read the sign, right? And this isn't only those special people to us, our significant others, spouse, friends, family, children, right? Loved ones, communities, groups we care about. But that's one aspect. But also think about who can help me? Who can help my organization? Who can mentor me? Who can I learn from? You know, coaches like me, other coaches, executives, pastors, teachers, anyone you can learn from that can help you. Donor. Right? People who can be resources, volunteers. And the stronger relationships you have with them, the better outcomes you'll get in your entire life. Now the third, that's social fitness, okay? Have good, strong relationships. Execution fitness is getting stuff done. Because if I have the best thoughts in my head, and I'm super positive, and I've got the best relationships and a great plan written down, but I don't do anything, no outcome, right? Remember, outcomes were fueled by action. And I'm not talking just a little action. Who can say it with me? What kind of action do you need?
Big action.
Big, massive action, right? You need huge action to write this book. It was a dream of mine to always write a book. I had a prophecy. I made a prophecy. I'm going to be an author. But none of this book would have never happened if I didn't write at least 500 words a day. So I said to myself, I'm going to write at least 500 words a day every single day. And that's how it got done. Right? Small example. Now you want to take your organization to the next level. What actions do you have to take? And I have this phrase in the formula. I call it consistent, correct action. You got to do the right things, and you have to do them all the time. Consistent. Right? An airplane flying from Los Angeles to New York, it's correcting itself the entire time. You want to get where you're going, always adjust and do your actions consistently. Because you're off course 1% of the time, you're never getting where you're going. So, does this resonate? Thoughts with the challenges, the opportunities so far making sense?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Yes. Absolutely. Right? So the question is for people who are neurodiverse. Right? So we're all operating in the same world. Some of us, have different ways we interact with the world. So neurodiversity is one of them. But mental fitness has massive impact for neurodiversity. Right? I teach a framework. I'm a certified what's called positive intelligence coach. I talked about it in my TED Talk. It's in this book. Positive intelligence is a very strong framework that works wonders with neurodiversity as well as anybody. And these formulas are all fueled by that. So if you're interested in learning more, I'm happy to talk to you afterwards about that. Okay. Anything else? What's making sense so far? Am I talking too fast?
I was going to say, well, thank you first of all. When we talked about one of the last issues that we talked about, the consistent, correct action, right? And it just really made me think of the value of programs like this, of events like this, of coaching, right? Because it's not so much about just doing action and doing the same action, but doing the right action.
Yes.
Make sure that the form is correct,
Right.
and all those types of things.
Right. So my secret ingredient for action is accountability. Right? That is the secret ingredient. You want to have action, you get accountability to yourself. If you can do it, fantastic. You're your own coach. Great. Most of us have a hard time with that. So find an accountability group, a partner, right? When you want to go to the gym every day, if you try to go by yourself, it's a lot harder than having that friend who says, I'm picking you up in 10 minutes. We're going. Okay, so that's the secret ingredient. All right, so just to kind of get through everything. So key number 2, take all that we've talked about and set a simple plan, right? We don't want a complicated plan. We don't want a thick dust collecting bookshelf plan, right? We want something we're going to use every day that's going to enable our consistent, correct action. So you can do anything, but you cannot do everything, right? So you're already doing too much. Who's doing too much already, right? Right. Already doing too much. How do you solve that? Say no. Say no. Say no to them. Like talk about this, right? You have to say no. That program in his lower quadrant that's not working, you got to say no to it, at least for now. Right? That's the only way you're going to get to do the right thing. And who's driving the car? Are you in the trunk? This poor guy? Are you in the driver's seat directing where everything's going, right? Do you own your calendar or does somebody else own yours? When you own your time and have a simple plan that you execute, it looks like this. I love this picture because it perfectly illustrates what I'm talking about. We're not on a road. Why? Because you could get off a road. When you're on tracks, you have one path. Decide what that path needs to be, set it, and stay on it for at least a year. Now, if something falls across the tracks, we can clear it. But we're not going to get distracted by the shiny objects, the oasis out in the desert, because then you're stuck out in the desert. Right? So, one quick tool that I use looks like this. You can write this on a blank sheet of paper, make 4 boxes. And this is my formula for a simple plan that you will actually use. Okay? The top box is your 3-year vision. Mission, vision, values. Put that in here. Where do you want to be in 3 years from now? Now, in this next box over here, you're going to put where are you going to go, what are you going to do for the 1 year? What are your goals that serve that 3-year mission? No more than 3 years. Make it even 2. So then what goals do you have that will serve that? And then in the bottom, you're going to put this quarter, the next 90 days. What are you going to do? That serve the goals for the year. And then in the bottom box, put what are we going to do this week in the next 7 days that serve the goal, the projects that serve the goals that serve the vision. And then once you write this out, look up and down, and do they all tie? Because you cannot have anything in a box that doesn't relate to the other boxes. What you do this week, say no to stuff, make that 3 things you're going to get done this week. Make sure they serve the quarter, serve the year, serve the vision. And I'll leave it on that if you want to write that out. If anybody wants a copy, let me know. I'll send you a copy. I'll show you where to email me. Questions, thoughts, making sense? Yes.
Everything makes sense. Did I see that you were a TEDx speaker?
Yes.
Do you coach on that?
Yes.
Because that's one of my goals.
Oh, love it. Yeah. Yeah, it was the book and the TEDx were goals I had for a long time. So happy to talk about. I'll be around, so happy to talk about that after. Yes.
I would say sometimes when you don't say no, people are looking at you. You're doing everything, so I'll let them do everything.
Yes.
If you say no, then it gives them the thought, maybe I need to pitch in, or maybe I need to be a part to make it work.
Right. Yeah. Right. So have this theory, right? Well, it's not my theory, but it's general theory of work. I just wrote it in my own way one time. But you know, if you think about work as marbles, and you have a couple people on the surface, right? The one who does the most work, all those marbles start gravitating towards that person and away from the other, right? So don't be that, right? You got to be able to push those marbles out and get them evenly spread, so we're all doing it. Because if they know you're going to do it, they'll let you. Right? All right, great. So we covered 2 key principles today. One is the self-fulfilling formula. I have copies if you want one, but it's mental fitness, social fitness, and execution. Just get those 3 right, and your life can be radically different. And then we talked about a simple plan, right? Just that one sheet of paper. Figure out what you need to get done for 3 years. Where do you want to be 3 years from now, you or your organization? Do your annual goals, what you're going to do in the next 90 days as projects, and then what tasks are you going to do in the next 90 days? So on your tables, you should have this form. It's a feedback form. There are extra copies here. I just ask that you fill that out. It's extremely important. Yeah.
You had said consistent, it was like consistent, correct, and
Action. Consistent, correct action.
I thought it was 3 C's, no? Consistent, correct actions.
You know, I couldn't come up with it.
Okay.
That would have been nice, but I couldn't come up with a C for action. So please fill this out, and I'm going to give you a reason to fill this out. So I run a 90-day program for entrepreneurs. It has one-on-one sessions with me and group sessions. And what I do every time I run this program, companies pay to join this, but I leave a seat open for a nonprofit. And this is entrepreneurial thinking. It builds. This is a taste. What you saw today is a taste of what I do. But every session I go over 5 keys, and I give you workbooks, and I give you homework, and I give you tangible results from this. So for everyone who completely fills out their form, right, not just your name, but fill out what you thought about today and what your takeaway was, I will draw one of those to participate in my next course starting in December. Cool? Fair? Good deal? All right, now, I have 1 minute, so I'm going to give you my game plan. So I like to always finish with tangible things that you can do. Something you can do immediately, and then something you have a little longer. So immediately, decide right now that you can improve your organization and take it to where you want it to go. That it's all possible, it's simple steps, and it's learnable, and go seek the help of people. And then create an action plan, right? Fill out that 1-page plan with the 4 boxes and use it for at least 90 days. Try it out. And then if you want to talk about anything that I can help you with, you want to learn about TEDx, you have questions afterwards because my time is up, I'm going to stick around. I'd love to talk to anybody who wants to have a question or learn more. This? Yes.
Paper or the electronic version? For the banner, are you gonna choose the electronic version or the paper?
If you fill out the electronic version, that's also good too. Yeah. I'll pull them all together, but paper is easy also, so if you have paper, please just pass it in.
I'm going to interrupt, not because your questions aren't purposeful. Mike is going to be here during the lunch break. So a couple of things. I want to say hi to Eatable Delights. But before we do that, I want to make sure that we acknowledge all the good content that you just got. Can you help me celebrate Michael Martin? As one person, if you could just quickly tell me some value that you got from Michael before we start our lunch. Okay, Curly.
My mind is Tiffany.
You stand up so we can all hear you.
My mind is Tiffany. I've been struggling with positive mindset, my business and my personal life. So just help me focus and get centered.
Excellent.
Love that. Awesome.
Speak up so we can hear you. I'm sorry. Okay. So what I got is that Your thoughts turn into feelings, and then your feelings lead to action.
And actions drive outcome.
Yes. You had your hand up. Carl, you like that answer? Okay. Go ahead. Please stay.
Well, I'm from the nonprofit sector, so I think with both presentations and also with yours, just that mindset that you have to think like a business, but at the same time still have that passion for what you do and that vision from here to 90 days, from here to 3 years, always keep looking ahead. And I really appreciate you.
I love that. I want to say just quickly, the passion and what you're trying to achieve never goes away, right? It doesn't go away, but the tools, what we're talking about, thinking like an entrepreneur, thinking like a business, that's the tools you need to make that passion come to reality. So they're not either or, it's both.
So on that note, I am so ecstatic that you had the opportunity to hear from the master. Mike will be here, okay? So you can just kind of like pull his shoulder and ask him questions during our brunch hours. It is going to be absolutely scrumptious. So Lady K, I keep messing your name up, Kiera. I'm sorry, Lady Corinne. Do you need more time?
No, we're ready. We just have one thing at a time. Somebody said just have one whole time.
Very good. 18, excuse me, 18. Can y'all hear me? I need some help. I need one. So the 18 means that we've got an excellent behind the scenes scene. They just make life so much more easier for me. And so what we're getting ready to do, Mike, is go ahead and get in line first. Okay, go ahead and get in line first. Just need Tammy, give me 5 minutes, okay? Tammy. So what we're going to do is, Miss Michelle, they want to. Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you over to the hands of Miss Michelle. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? No, so we're going to call by tables. So we're going to do that back table first by the elevator. And this table. Yeah, this table and the back table. Well, you guys are going to start us off. And while we're getting all ready to chow down, we're going to listen to some amazing sound by this great band here. So take it away, David.
Thank the chef for those who are here. We are blessed and the food is blessed.
While I'm driving.
Southwest Street, there's only one hallway, so there's anywhere you can go. And like I see the bar in Phillips, and I was like, "What is wrong with you?" And they said, "We're down right." Well, nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. What?
All right, founders, ladies and gentlemen, we are about 5 minutes away, and we're getting ready to start our ceremony to acknowledge and celebrate the incredible work that you do as organizations. And so I'm excited to recognize you and to empower and equip you and to give at least one of these some pocket change, maybe a little bit more. And I see somebody smiling real hard. You ready for some pocket change? Ain't nothing wrong with some extra pocket change during the holidays. What's your organization's name? Come up to the front. Since I pointed you all out, let me go ahead and give you a little shout out. So come on to the mic. Just say hi. You've got about 30 seconds. And 30 seconds kind of means 30 seconds. It's not like 5 minutes. It just means kind of like, 30 seconds.
Hi, everybody. My name is Angelique Long. My company organization is called Express Your Soul through Fitness and Dance. I am a nonprofit pushing into a nonprofit organization. I work with the rehabilitation, and I work with seniors, and I work with children on the spectrum. And I'm trying to narrow it down to, not trying, because I don't even like that word. I'm doing it. I'm actually in the process of uplifting and encouraging. I have a women empowerment group where I'm a secretary. So it does put me in a lane to be able to service the community like we already are. And we literally are here to uplift, encourage, and to empower the youth and other women. So yes, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. But yeah, that's Express Your Soul through Fitness and Dance. You can find me on Instagram. I'm a personal trainer, but I also do holistic health. And I work with people when it comes to nutrition, because I know how important it is to put food in our bodies that will help our brains be able to stimulate and be able to, like you said, our mind is everything and our mind is powerful. And I think that sometimes we don't know how powerful it is. So that's what Express Your Soul is about. I'm always expressing it each and every day. So
That's beautiful. Okay, you can stay up here. Now, you all know I'm a stickler about my 30 seconds, but because that was so good, and she was first, I gave her 60. So with that being said, while I let you all continue to get the last bite of your meal, I need you to go to your seat and take that jacket off and put that down, come back. And then I need you to go whisper to the band. Lord, I think my eyelash is coming off. Good God, help me. My makeup artist might have just left. So y'all see me like winking. I'm not winking at you. With that being said, I want you to whisper to the band, and I want you to give them a beat. So we're going to give you about another 90 seconds to show us what your work does, because it's a beautiful thing to be able to move your body and to be able to connect with your higher power and your higher self. You know, prayer can come through movement, and Kiana is all excited. Come on, and wave at us, Kiana, right? So we're gonna, you got it together? Okay, so that being said, come on up here, get yourself some space. To our A team, we want to make sure we get some good footage of her. I see Wesley's got it on deck. Okay, so to the musicians, she gave you all the signal. I need a timer. Do I have a timer here? I'm gonna give her a whole 2 minutes, and then we're gonna start the ceremony. All right, so there's your timer. So she's gonna count you down when you got like 10 seconds left, and then following your presentation, then we're gonna do it. What's your name again? Angelique Long, Express Your Soul through Fitness and Dance. All right, give it up for Angelique, everybody. All right, now everybody, you guys get up. Everybody, you stand up real quick. I know you ain't, but guess what? Just for a second, okay? It's nothing special. Just want you to move side to side, and we're gonna clap. Side to side, and we're gonna clap. That's toe heel, tap. Toe heel, tap. Okay? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And 3, Extend your arms. Keep your core tight. Excellent. Keep it up. Tap your toe. Hit the ground. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yes. Side and back. Here we go. Keep it up. Relax. Let's go. Everybody keep it going right now. 5. Countdown 4. Countdown 3. Countdown 2. Last one, and 1. Back to the top. Now reload. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3. Let's go. Let's go. 3. It's so party like a snow party, cause a snow party don't stop. Y'all hurry along, baby. We gonna get it. So with that being said, it is about that time. For the 18, if you all can find Pastor Linda, because she's got our list. Many of you have been working so hard. That was the right way to bring in your December, baby. Breathing and shining and having a good time. One more time, let's celebrate Miss Angelique. All right. So, Lady Stephanie, if you can help clear a table so people don't have to get up and get rid of trash. You know how it is when you've got trash in front of you. So she's going to help you so that you don't have to get up. I'm going to, Jamal, would either of you like to speak on behalf of Eatable Delights? It was good. Oh, well, that's a good start. Jamal, why don't you come on up here so we can all hear you? Eatable Delights Catering by the one and only chef David Sims is a co-sponsor. He offset the cost today to be sure that you all had a hot, delicious catered meal. He did not want you eating a cold sandwich. He did not want you eating just some salad. He wanted you to understand the assignment that you all are founders, literally saving our community. And in this moment, baby, you are premium. And he wanted to give you a premium meal. 12 plus, I'm so glad you could stay.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Jamal Ferguson. On behalf of Eatable Delights, I appreciate you for allowing us to be here and to serve you, and I hope the meal was well. Thank you.
All right, we've got one more piece before we start name dropping some of these amazing organizations. I'd like to first bring up our co-sponsor as well as our host of the Free Libraries Head of Department, Miss Rachel J. Hayes, if she can get prepared to come and do a presentation. Miss Rachel said, Michelle, leave me alone. Let me get my second plate. I'm hungry. So let her get her plate. Make sure that she is well fed and taken care of because they're the hosts and the keynote sponsors, baby. So the people who paying the money, make sure that they are fed, okay? Yeah, you take your time. So with that being said, let me go ahead and bring up our co-sponsor today who helped us to present and prepare today's presentation to you. I want the Minuteman Press to get ready because I want you to share a little bit about the organization and about what that grand prize is going to look like. Many of you are going to be recognized today, but one of you are going to go away with the grand prize. And before we bring up Minuteman Press, I want to acknowledge you can't come to Sonola's house without having some music somewhere, okay? Two things we promise you at our events. One, you're going to eat and get some good old noise. In this case, we have one of not just Philadelphia or Pennsylvania or the tri-states top band music professionals. We have some world-class professionals here. They've got albums, they dominate on the charts. You can find them in museums, in concerts, in shows, and in your worship center. So I'm going to bring up the head, David Burnham. While he's coming, Grow with Snow VIPs, why don't you make some noise at me real quick?
I just came to say hi. It's good to be here and to see such evolution of Michelle Snow in particular, but all of the members that even were here from the beginning, to see what really can happen and see how your life can grow. I mean, literally, Grow with Snow is causing us to what? Grow. And at the end of the day, everything that the Creator have ever created, He designed it that it would in fact grow. And there was a time when he was walking and he saw a plant, a tree, a fig tree, if it were a fig plant, that was not growing. And he let it know, you need to do something about that. And I would encourage each of you to stay in that place of you're growing, you're developing. Every ship, every relationship needs to be growing. And if you would focus on growing one day at a time, it doesn't have to be exponential, but incremental, small steps, you can grow from where you are. If we have a yearly goal, that's fine. Monthly goals are fine. Quarterly goals is good. Weekly goals is good. I submit to you, if you would focus on your daily goal, your daily goal. And even when we were taught to pray, it said, give us this day what? Our weekly bread, our monthly bread, our yearly bread. Listen, give us this day our what? Our daily bread. And when that happens, I'm telling you, if you would handle today, not tomorrow and not yesterday, but handle today, I'm going to grow today. My 3 minutes is up.
So, as being said, you did everything, but tell them about us. So, with that being said, what's your name, sir? All right, Frank Perry, give it up for Frank Perry on keys. Who we got on drums? Tracy. And on the sax, who we got? Mike Clay. You know he's a preacher. You can't give a preacher a microphone. They want to just go do what they do. They preach, which was excellent. Thank you for the inspiration. We appreciate that, Dave. So now we've got so much going on here. I'm thrilled. It is time to bring up the head of the Free Libraries BRIC Department, Business Resource and Innovation Center. This is the one and only Lady Rachel.
Everybody. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for coming. I pray that y'all felt, welcomed and everything. I appreciate all the work that each of your nonprofits are doing, is doing here. And then just remember us, the Free Library of Philadelphia, to donate to us. If you go on our website, freelibrary.org, it's a button on there that says, if you would like to donate. And just donate to us.
All right.
Thank you. And tell your people to donate, and we'll keep you in mind. I'll spread the word about all of your beautiful and wonderful nonprofits, and continue to enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The Free Library is actually a client. And so they pay leaders and influencers like myself to put together events such as this. And they gave us full range, right? They said, do it for Giving Tuesday any way you like. I said, any way I like any kind of way I like. So this is the result of the imagination of the Grow with Snow team. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of your team and for paying us for our work. Because I don't know about y'all, but the Bible says that money answers all things. And I'm just saying the dollar helps go a long way, right? Okay, so Pastor Linda is going to help me. And Mike Martin's going to jump in at different times. So we're going to just do a little bit of tag teaming, okay? Now, Pastor Linda, is she around? Yes. All right, let's do it. I'm ready to get our first 5 acknowledgments in. Brother Bernard, how you doing?
Well, good. How are you?
We got a therapist in the house, y'all. He said, don't do that, Michelle. That's not how you shout out therapists. It's like, that's so inappropriate, right? But for those of you who know people who may be needing some help to manage their mental health, or they may have a family member, I want you all to know that we do have some of the best that are in Philadelphia. And for those of you who want a non-traditional approach, Pastor Linda, I'm just waiting for you there. I know you tally up. We're still tallying. So there's some of you who are getting more points even as we speak right now. This is really the people's choice. Okay, so we're still working out some of those details. Come on up, come over this side. You can help me out as my partner. And for those of you who want a non-traditional approach, Shannon came in from Georgia. Okay, so wave at us, Georgia. Okay. Yes, she came in from Georgia, so she does aromatherapy as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get this list. I'm so excited. All right, so is Stephanie going to help you? Because we're going to hold up 1 and 1, right? All right, Stephanie, we need you. Okay, so come on over. I think she's got all the gifts over here. We got it? Okay. All right, so many of you are working really, really hard in the community. And again, someone is going to get a big award. And so before we let Pastor Linda go and Stephanie and Latia present, I want you all to meet one of our major sponsors, which is Minuteman Press. So all things printing, whether it's a major highway sign or more, our sponsor can take care of that. So come on up, Majorie, Arajay. Lord, did I say it right? It's only been 12 years. I still can't say it. Amen. I got my help. Arajay, who is the owner of Minuteman Press franchise. Give it up for our sponsor.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Michelle, for hosting this wonderful get-together for Giving Tuesday. My name is Majorie Arijaje. I'm from Minuteman Press. So our business is we're a one-stop shop for all your printing and marketing needs. So everything from promotional items, custom apparel, digital printing, we can handle it all. But for today, for Giving Tuesday, for what we're going to be giving to you all, so we're going to be offering, we're going to be raffling a $750 gift.
Oh, no, it's for the winner.
Oh, for the winner.
It's for the winner, baby.
Yeah, that's
right.
Okay. Yeah, as I said.
The one who is the People's Choice recipient.
Oh, it's not a wrap. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, so we're going to be giving out a $750 vehicle lettering so that, so everybody can know exactly what your nonprofit is and what you do, and so easy for you to see on the streets as well. So.
Okay, so for those of you, because he's trying to be shy about it, okay, let me help out my brother here. He's going to give you, for those of you who have a business vehicle or any vehicle that you want to showcase your business, for that winner, we're going to wrap your entire vehicle. All right? We're going to wrap the entire vehicle. You're not going to wrap one hand because you don't have all the money, baby. We're going to wrap the whole vehicle. So whatever your dream is, while you're coming down the streets into the highways, you want people to see you, baby, you about to get wrapped, okay? All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. And as we build this momentum, what's up, Doc? We got Villanova in the building. Hey. Villanova University. All right, so let's give me that first list. And so you two stand close by because we're going to do it like rapid fire. So what we're going to do is, as we build to our top 6, we want to acknowledge all of the work that so many of you are doing on these streets. And even if your name is called now, it does not mean that you won't qualify as a top 6. All right. So I want you to keep that in mind. You may possibly get called twice. And if you don't get called at all, be mindful that there's still a part 2. So I'm going to call the first group of people. And what I want you to do is just to come on around and line up right here. OK. And the band is going to give you walking, dancing music. As you can see, they ready. Okay. I feel it at my shiner now. Okay, come on through here. All right. So with that being said, I want to first bring up Beauty Within Foundation. Now, simply because she was first, we did that long dramatic pause. Come on up through here, see this beautiful queen coming up. But from here, you can stay. But from here, what we will do is call them quickly. Y'all can keep it going. We're going to call them quickly. Someone just say your name, bam, and you come up. And you'll get a chance to choose which gift you would like. Self-Incorporated, Family Promise, Aldi Community Collaboration, and Villanova University. Yes, come on up, come through here. So, we're gonna let you choose your gift. And since a few of you couldn't be here, this is perfect. Let's keep it moving. Clothed in Strength, Child USA, 100 Black Men of Philadelphia, the Maple Corporation, Muhammad Mosque #1. Concerned neighbors, if you are here, all right, that's the first group. So let them choose which gift they would like. You can't look inside the bag. You cannot look inside the bag. You just have to just take it.
So you're going to get a choice. So they're going to hold up the book or the bag. You cannot look inside the bag. No, this is everybody. That's the other thing. That's what I'm thing. Yep. You got me. Awesome. Okay. So these are the books here. These are the books. Yeah. No. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is here. These are those but they on sale. You can get them. You want to get them? So yes.
Okay, let's keep it moving. Book or bag. Next one up is Latinos Educando, NAMI Philadelphia, Rose Petals to Success, Changemaker, He Covered Me Incorporated, Del Carmen Foundation, and the Education Institute. Quickly, come on up. All right. Thank you. Book or bag. Book or bag. Keep it going, Ben. Come on. Let me have some volume there. Here we go. Like it's a real party. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Book or bag. All right, let's get their picture in. We're almost there. Stay there. All right. Next group. Women of many hats, 4 circles beyond. Al Bustan, Seeds of Culture, My Brother's Keeper, Urgent 365, M Salud Wellness, Kevin Johnson, McAleese, Why Not Prosper, and 12 Plus. Okay. All right, book or bag. And keep in mind, just because you were called, does not mean you won't be called again. All right, here we go. Children first, if we didn't already call you. Porch Kitty Maynard, I Am She. Asylum Pride House, She Is You, The Monkey and the Elephant, and the Maple Corporation. wellness, natural creativity, change maker. Why not prosper? We already called 12 questions 223. The international people define ventures, diaspora DNA, ARSP, more than a handout, hands across Philadelphia, African family health, wardrobe for adolescent, uplift, fair housing rights. Gotta move quickly. All right. Next group, Tiny Bakers, Kirsten Halloway, restructuring A to Z and the Everywhere Project. Am I asking questions? All right, we got them all up. We've got one group left. Did we call 100 Black men if they're not here? All right, I believe we got them all. So, it's time for part 2. Okay, so to the band, we want to change that. We want to give them something a little bit more, you know, a little bit more Philly-like, something like a beanie, but not really beanie. Something a little bit more grimy and Philly-like. Okay, we get ready to change this up. It's about to get deep now. The second part is serious. All right, Pastor Linda, I need you. There we go. Something a little bit more grimy. There we go. That's that Philly flavor. Kiana, come on up, baby. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay. Miss Kiana is also a movement specialist. She can help you with your movement. So, for those of you who are ladies and you got a significant other at home, she's going to show you just a little bit of movement for what you can do to get home tonight. But keep it PG. Give it to him. Only at a snow party. You can get away with this. Give it to him. Y'all make sure y'all give it to y'all significant other. Come on, ladies. Get your practice. Oh, you're going to marry me for real now. It's no longer just an engagement party. Work it. Come on, wife needs to be a wife. No, babe, if your wife sit there tonight, you good. You good with that? You good with that? Okay, so make it ahead. Let's do it. You like a change maker? It's working for your change maker. Give it up for Kiana, y'all. She is like so embarrassed. That's what we do. That's what we do. All right, now, Mike, could you come back up for a moment? It's getting ready to get real hot and heavy in here for the second half. I'm excited for this next part. So what I want you to do, and so man, we're gonna change it one more time. We're gonna do a lot of vibrational changes here. So what we get ready to do now is Mike is going to take about 60 to 90 seconds. And he is going to speak life into you, right? Mike has never did this. Mike didn't know he was going to do this. But if he's going to hang out with Michelle Snow, he's going to perfect it. It's in you, Mike. You got it, right? And so Mike is going to just speak some words of life and inspiration to you because we work with business owners all the time. And so in that inspiration, he may give you a tip. He may just be able to give you a word of encouragement. But Mike, who helps businesses to grow, it's good to get a voice from somebody who knows what they're talking about. So to the band, we're going to just ride maybe a little bit more like Whitney Houston and I, or something like that, right? Just something more inspirational in the background. And with that being said, Michael Martin.
Never know when Michelle's going to throw me a curveball. So yeah, she keeps me on my toes all the time. Right? This is what she does. So actually, I'm going to give you a tool, right? So we talked earlier about mental fitness, okay? And we all have our, we talked about staying above the line, right? Positive thoughts, positive outcome. Keep your thoughts positive, Positive feelings, positive actions, positive outcomes. But anybody have a day when you don't feel that?
Yeah.
We all have it, right? What you want to do is have more positive ones than negative ones. But when you're in that day that's not so good, there's a tool. It's called the PQ rep. Okay? So we're going to take our two hands. Everybody do this with me. And I want you to rub your hands together with such a tension that you can feel the ridges, slow, of your fingertips. And I want you to only focus on the sensation of touch. Feel the fingertips of one hand against the palm of the other. And just blot everything out but the music and that touch. Now, when you're having a stressful day, or you're about to do something that's important and big, or something that makes you nervous, just do this and focus on one sense. Sound. Now just listen to the music. Listen to all the notes. Feel the vibration of the music go into your ear. Just sound. Just sound right now. Just sound. You focus on one sense at a time, and it will rewire your brain to be more positive. So when you feel challenged, when you feel down, or you're having one of those days, you can do that. You can rub two fingertips. Feel the ridges. Focus on one sense at a time. Do that 2 minutes. 5 minutes. If it's a really bad day, do it for 12 minutes. That's my tool.
Thank you. Mother, you hanging like a tennis. Good job. Thank you so much. We enjoy the feel of being organic and in the moment, because sometimes in the moment it's all that you have. And so that's why you see us working so hard in the moment. If you were acknowledged today and you received a prize for your great work, if you could please stand. Let's celebrate all of our recognized founders. Okay, I want you all to please continue to stand. John Tag is going to grab your photo. Okay, all right, so smile, don't look, look happy, right? We want to remember this moment. Thank you so much. You may be seated. For those of you who are working on becoming, were you saying that? I didn't see. Did you say that? Okay. For those of you who are working on becoming a nonprofit, but you have not finished your paperwork, would you please stand? Excellent. All right. So we want to acknowledge your great work. Once you come around into the 18, I want you to give them a prize as well, because sometimes it's about just getting in the race. So we want to make sure that we recognize you as well. Now, for the last group, as we battle for the grand prize, and the grand prize is going to be not only your wrapped vehicle, but it's going to also be a Philadelphia's first People's Choice Plaque Award. We, on behalf of Grow with Snow and the Grow Together Snow Foundation, we're going to also give the founder, if they should choose, $500 pocket cash, just for you. And if you choose to give it to if you choose to give it to your nonprofit, that is your choice. We wanted to do it this way because sometimes as founders, you work so hard and you sometimes walk away with nothing but gratitude. So today, founder, we want to make sure that you get some money just for yourself, but you can always allocate if you should choose to do so and give it to your organization. So with that being said, Pastor Linda, it is that time to call up our top 5+. But when you are called, it ain't over. Somebody tell your neighbor, it ain't over. So, ready? All right, I'll let you call the first one. All right. Oh, no. Okay. Let's get Shakina Rush up. You want to get That is by Shakina Rush. In his absence, he is not here. Richard Washington's bringing everybody together. He is not here, but we acknowledge him. Next up, we want to call up Rose Petals to Success by Marie Rose. Change Maker by Lee Hill. Dr. Stephen Jones at Villanova University. Yeah. Within Foundation by Shantae Williams. And this one, we were still writing out the ink. And here's another one, too. There's one more. Okay, all right. And so finally, the ink wasn't dry, but you managed to still slip in here. We want to welcome up Manon from 12 Plus. All right? We want to make sure that you all get the proper representation that you need. And so we have a wild card, and I want to be able to get someone who is not up here to be able to still get that chance. So get ready, because y'all going to be up here for just a little bit. It ain't over, okay? It ain't over. All right? So, what's your first name again? Tamika. Tamika, have you met any of the founders at your table? Did you meet them all? Okay, so with that being said, Tamika, I want you to take 30 seconds. I need you to tell me which person at your table you believe should be up here. All right? Okay. So we're going to pick two tables. Okay, just hold it. Just make sure that you pick somebody, okay? All right, talk to them, figure it out, because it's got to be a little bit of a competition over here. Then we want Tiny Bakers for you to pick someone at your table who is not you, right? Who is not you, to pick a winner as well from your table. All right, you got 30 seconds. All right, who wants to do the last table? All right, Joe Bates put his hand up. You have to pick one from your table, and if you like, because I think that you can handle it, you can pick between two tables. All right, so you've got a minute to figure that out. Okay, so hold tight. Now, what are you all doing while they are picking up? Get to work. Oh, but okay, are you sure? Okay, all right, okay. Now, with that being said, did you meet everybody? Did she meet everybody? She talked to every last one of you. All right, okay. Okay. So, Joe Bates, how much you working? Okay. So you all will have 1 minute to talk about your work and what you do. And in that minute, I want you to really tell us why your organization deserves this recognition. And on top of that, I want you to remember these. Or did we acknowledge you?
I got one of these.
Okay. But I want you to make sure that in this 1 minute that you make it powerful and profound. So for those of you who are shy on microphone, get it together, get it out to Shauna Nana. And a minute does not mean 5. Okay? All right? To my timekeeper, I need you to get somebody from the 18. Okay? 1 minute does not mean 5 minutes. So for those of you who are very good with speaking, you will be cut off at about 1 minute and 5 seconds. All right? So get that in mind as well. So are you ready? I know you are. Okay. Okay, so we got a timekeeper? Here we go. She is you.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Shakina, and I am the founder and executive director of She Is You. I am also an overcomer and a survivor of domestic violence, sex abuse, and sexual assault. My experience started from the time I was a toddler up until I was about 27, and the Lord set me free. But anyway, my organization, we provide resources and services to families and individuals impacted by domestic violence, sex abuse, and sexual assault. The reason why I feel my organization, or She Is You, deserve this award is because we are not afraid to step in the tears, step in the blood-stained foot. We're not afraid to step into the tears, to wipe the tears, and to step into the blood-stained sidewalks, and to sit beside the bedsides of the families and the survivors and the victims that have experienced what I've overcome. Thank you.
Hold on. To the 18, can we get some cheers over here? Okay. All right. And 5.
4, 3, 2.
Hi, I am Marie Rose. I am the founder and president of Rose Petals to Success. We all heard that the level of success was go to college, get a job, and retire. We are no longer setting it as the standard of success for the youth. Rose Petals to Success is educating entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, and then letting them avoid or skip the hurdles that we have overcome and educating them ahead of time, financial literacy, how to establish their businesses from the beginning. No longer are we letting them start from the ground up because we did. Rose Petals of Success are giving them the education to start where we are now. So they could be more successful than us. So we are prepping young entrepreneurs within our community to be CEOs and setting standards for success. We are going into high schools. We are setting them up with mentors directly, businesses that are making 6 figures for them to shadow for the day. We are giving them real life experiences. And that is the Rose Petals with a D because we pedal them along to success. So that's why we need this recognition because we will do more in the community and meet more schools within our community to educate young entrepreneurs and set new standards.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, my name is Lee Hill, and I'm the founder and president of a nonprofit called Changemaker. We work with historically excluded communities to ensure that they have the dignity, passion, connections, and empowerment that they need to succeed. So we do this in many facets. We have a dignity closet. We partner with other nonprofits like YWCA. We ensure women entrepreneurship. We empower women. We start programs. We end programs and start programs again. We help nonprofits establish themselves, help them with their paperwork. We find grants. We write the grants for both nonprofits and for-profit organizations. My name is Lee Hill. We would enjoy the recognition because we work really hard in our communities. Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, I'm Shantae Williams, the founder of the Beauty Within Foundation. My goal is to speak life into the youth. We see every day on the news or wherever that in Philly, of course, is a negative aspect, a negative look on our youth. My thing is speak life to any youth because even if they come off tough, they still need our love. It doesn't matter what they look like, speak life into them. I'm the founder of the Philly Youth Awards where I honor youth throughout the city of Philadelphia. They don't have to be a rocket scientist. They may be raising their siblings, but we have them come and we honor them. We have the community honor them because that's what they need. Any word of life that you put into the kid that will move them along. So we got to stop with the negativity. When we see crowds of kids, oh, they're this, they're that. No, speak life in them. You might have to move faster than saying it, but just continue to speak life in our youth. Also, Forgiving Tuesday, I'm sorry. I'm the founder of Operation Warm Nights, where we want to keep our youth warm on the cold nights, during the cold nights in Philly. So we have a pajama drive. So if you want to donate, contact me. Thank you.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Jones. I'm Associate Dean in the College of Engineering at Villanova University. My question to you is, how many of you struggled with math when you were in high school? Raise your hand. Well, my program is called Vested. We help students that love math to come and learn about engineering and science at our university. They come for 7 Saturdays. It is free. And we make sure that the students learn about civil, mechanical, electrical, chemical engineering. And this is our future. We need our students to be involved in the education where they will make a difference, and not only in your life, but in all of our lives. So I'm really excited to be here and just to talk about this program, which is so essential to make sure that our students, when they come to my university, they actually graduate as engineers. Thank you very much.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi all, my name is Manan Pandya. I am a creative director at 12 Plus. One of our slogans is education equity is a human right. And we've been working for a little over a decade now to ensure that every student can find success after graduation, regardless of zip code. The majority of students we work with are in Philadelphia and Camden. Our goals are to, of course, expand with our Plus Centers, which is basically a classroom we repurpose with college graduates that help the students with their FAFSA, with resources, figuring out maybe trade school, whatever it is. Our excitement is the students should be excited after they leave high school. Education, career, and life is an ongoing journey. It's an adventure. So we try to prep them with the tools and the resources so they feel confident and successful in their journey. Everyone here is incredible. Thank you. It's been inspiring to hear all the stories. And check out 12plus.org. We would love any volunteer support, help. The students are incredible here, so thank you.
Okay. All right. It's not over. Somebody tell your neighbor it's not over. All right. So there's one more before we get to this battle. I'm giving you time to breathe because it's not over. You know, something. What we're demonstrating here is that the Bible tells us to ask, to seek, to find, right? But then it turns you to say that you got to knock. And so sometimes you could be at the right place at the right time, but you have to put more energy, more effort, and more connection to it. And so in this moment, I want you to see as founders, even though you were acknowledged, even though you won, even though you're recognized, it's still the grant or the application or the partner or the philanthropist. They may call for a bit more. And baby, you got to be ready. You got to have a good attitude about it. And you've got to know what you know, and what you know. And so with that being said, there is one more group that we are going to acknowledge while we give them a moment to kind of collect themselves. I'm not sure if I had the chance to call this group, but I don't think that I did. Advocates for the Jews, the Department of Prisons, the Heart Block, the National Alliance for Men, Therapy Solutions, AID, EHC Corp, and All We Need Is Love. Oh, and one more, Angel Flight East. If you are here, come to my left. I'm going to make sure that you can acknowledge. Okay, so the fact that you all got called last and weren't here, whew, breather. Now, while we have this last portion, because we want to make sure that you all get all of the opportunity to showcase who you are and what you do, I am going to ask that Manon and Shantae please come here. Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Who in here has a green dollar? Like literally, like a paper green dollar. To my team, can you all go into my wallet? I want to, you can pass me a green dollar. Okay, hold it. Hold it. I need another one. Okay. Somebody who has a green dollar. I know you all got digital money and credit cards and Bitcoins and all kinds of other stuff. Hold it. Just hold it for me, right? But I need to know, for those of you who literally have a green dollar, and to my team, you found it, the red wallet inside my purse. Okay? All right. Don't give it to her. Don't give her no money. I want you to hold it. Okay? Just hold it. Hold your money. All right? Hold it. I see you, Doc. Hold it, Doc. To my team, I need my money too. The red wallet. Okay, now with that being said, Manon, from right where you are, I need you to tell us in 30 seconds why you deserve to win.
For $500, that funds 13 hours of one-on-one individual counseling for our students. On average, if we were to do that in the suburbs, it costs thousands of dollars per year for an individual student. Currently, our students get less than 1 hour of time with their career and college counselors. But academic year, with our programming and our plus centers in their schools, they get 13 times that same counseling. So it's basically the resources stretch much further with the programming that we have for the school that we're in, and we're able to kind of cut that red tape and show
One. All right, give it up. 30 seconds. Shantae, without the microphone, you got 30 seconds to say why your organization deserves to be funded. In 3, 2.
I'm helping the youth. It's a blessing to be a blessing. When I touch one youth, we can help so many more. I'm just me. That's what I'm touching.
All right, celebrate Shantae. Now, for those of you with a dollar, please stand. Now, you're the funder. You're the philanthropist. You only have $1. Put it in the hand of the one who you're going to go fund. Come on up. You only can give it to one. Come on. Come on. You can only give it to one. Let's pretend that every dollar is $1 million. How much did you all win today? If there was $1 million. $7 million.
$6 million? All right, now, there's one more person who wish you had $1. You really want to fund one of them. Come take my $1 and come fund the person you want to fund. Okay, Carlita, who you want to fund? All right, so now it's a tie. They both got $7 million today. All right, but it looks like Manon actually won this battle. So Shantae, God bless you. Good job. So you can have a seat. Manon, you stay on the panel. Come on up. All right. No, hold your money. Hold your money. Don't give it away, honey. All right. We're almost done with this battle. Hang in there. Now, we're going to have the 3 left. Come on. 4 of you left, right? Okay. So we're going to have, 4. So Changemaker and Villanova, let's get this battle underway. Whoop, whoop. Let's get this battle underway. Okay. In 29 seconds, not 30 seconds, and no grace. You got 29 seconds and no grace. That means that you don't get an extra, okay? And 3, stop. Well, both of you are doctors, but this doctor first. 3, 2. Hold up, because I'm giving you less time. Let's start over. Less time, you can use the mic. The first ones, I wanted them to not have the mic because sometimes you got to scream your message out. Sometimes you on the corner, got to put it out there, and nobody can hear you but you. So that's why we did that for the second one. But you can come. 49 seconds, 3, 2.
All right, I run the Vested program at Villanova University, and we are an important part of what's happening in the city of Philadelphia for low-income, first-generation college students like I was. And I think that we should fund them to make sure that they are able to go to college and succeed and graduate.
All right. 3, 2.
For $500, I can send a kid to college and get them a grant to go along with it to ensure that their college education is done.
Wow. For those of you who have $1 in your Cash App, who has $1 in your Cash App account? Okay, you have $1 in your Cash App account, please stand. Please stand. All right, you can only fund one person. So move over a little bit. You only fund one person. Stand beside the person that you are going to fund. Come on up. No, in my head. Okay, so Shantae. Shantae is standing next to who? Lee. Lee, how many people are funding you? 1,000. Yes, that too. But today, each person represents $1 million. $9 million. Okay, so tell them you can't say. Tell them you can't say. Come over here and tell it. Okay, come over here. Come over here. Just say it out.
Ariel's gonna give it to you in just a second. That's her job.
Okay.
That's not my job.
I
just get to stand up here in an orange blazer.
All right, so Ariel's going to help you all out. So how many millions did you get today? 9 million today? Plus the extra cash? All right, now, Doctor, okay. So what I want you all to do is do it really, really quietly and whisper. Okay, Dr. Stephen Jones, tell him your Cash App and how many millions did you get today? All right, come on.
Okay, my Cash App is $ Dr. DRJONES 20. $ DRJONES 20.
Right. Give it up for our 2 winners for round 2. Okay, so looks like Changemaker, you can stay, come back. Dr. Jones, you can take your seat. Now for the final battle, here we go. Who's on the final battle? All right, let's do this. Now for the final battle, I want you all to think about who's willing to buy something on your credit card today, all right? So
So if you're willing to buy something on your credit card, then this is how you do it. Maybe you buy a book later or something like that. So with that being said, as a matter of fact, I need my wallet again. Somebody can get my red wallet? I'll make this easy for you. Okay, so you can either A, if you want to. If you want to buy something on their credit card, you absolutely can. But otherwise, I'm going to be able to help out a few people. We're going to go back to the cash. We just did the cash app. 1, 2, 3. All right. So 3, 4. I need 4 people who want to be a part of this party. 4 people really quickly. Come take $1 from me. Shane, go ahead and give it out to them. All right. And I've got any more singles left? Yep. Okay, I got one more single left. Here we go. Somebody else can grab Mike. All right. Okay. With that being said, now let's go ahead and get this battle in the way. For the last round, you all have 20 seconds and the microphone. Why should you win the prize today? And 5, 4, 3.
Rose Petals is not saying that we doing it. $500 will pay for our LLC and coaching, but them to have a successful business when they finish with us. You should win the $500 because it will provide title and registration for our latest initiative, Wills to Freedom, where we will be donating a free vehicle, 100% free, to a family or an individual that's been impacted by domestic violence. The commission date is December 20th, so it will cover their tag and title. Fund your nonprofit really quickly. Fund your nonprofit. You like a vote? You don't know who to pick? You don't know who to pick? All right, you can. Who do you pick? You gotta pick one. See, this is how it is in the world of funding. They like all of you, but only one can get the funding, right? Somebody else who's out of cash, and you want to participate. Who's that one person? You want to okay, come on up. All right. Oh no, you're a ringer. Sorry, you're a ringer. You're a ringer. Can you help us? Come on up. Come on up. What's your name, Lisa? Everybody celebrate Lisa. Tell us the story.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm a fundraising professional. I previously been writing for Mighty Writers, and now I'm going to be starting a position with NIDA this coming Monday. And I just wanted to be here to see what this Giving Tuesday event was all about. I have never participated in one before, and this has definitely been inspiring, and I'm glad to be here.
She's doing $5 million, right? Because sometimes funders have money at the end of the quarter that they've got to dump. And they're looking for a good organization to give it to. They have this big pot of gold that they got to give it to somebody. And so it's like, oh my goodness, who are we going to fund? So who are you going to fund with $5 million? All right. So with that being said, how much did you win? She won $8 million. How much did you win? $5 million. With that being said, looks like Rose Petals to success. Won this battle. Thank you. All right, so to our final winners, let's go ahead and bring it home. Come on up. That means all right, so our finalists, we actually have something really special for each and every one of you. Lee is ready for more. She's like, don't play. I'm ready for more. I love it, Lee. That's why you a champion. And recognized for the People's Choice Award. So with that being said, we're going to make you stop competing for just a moment. And to the team, I forgot there's a second place winner. So this is the last round of competition. But this time, it's like, who here is old enough to remember the Showtime at the Apollo? Do y'all know that beat? It's showtime
at the Apollo.
Y'all remember it? I'm not catching y'all off guard. But play something else then. Don't worry about it. Play something else. All right, Kiki, come on up here. This is Pastor Linda. So go ahead, y'all can get a vibe going. Okay, so you're gonna move up, y'all. So you're gonna, this is for second place. No, you in second. So clap really abundantly for the organization that you want to win. On 3, 2. But it looks like the ladies beat you, man, and so they're the top 1 and 2. So have a seat. Give it up for me. This is the People's Choice Award. And so as we wrap this up, bring out the big box. 18. Bring out the big box. All right. So come on up, 18. So I need you all to do the final vote. Second place and first place. Now this time, for the person who you want to win, you need to stand up, scream, yell, right? Take off your shoes. I don't know what you want to do. But with that being said, Kiki, come on out. All right. Second place and first place. Here we go. Dante, come up this side. All right. And for change maker. It was too close. So you cannot clap and you cannot stand and make any noise and no band on this one. For the one who's not your winner. All right, don't clap, don't move, don't even breathe. Who is the winner? Let's start. All right. It's way too close. Okay, it's way too close. All right, we got to end it. We almost at that time. So,
flip a coin.
It's hard. And we can't split. Do both of y'all got cars? You have a car? Okay, all right. So I said one of you get one ride, one get the other, but both of you have vehicles. So both of you deserve it. Both of you deserve the money. Oh.
Can I ask the
Yes.
Minuteman, can you split the money and let us just do printing needs?
Nope. Nope. We can't ask our philanthropists and our funders, hey, can you just hook me and my homie up? We both need this money out here in these Philly streets.
I will roll that 350 and 350.
Okay, Minuteman, come up. Come up, Minuteman. Only because it's a snow party, we might compromise. Okay, so something's going on over here.
If you want both of us to split it, raise your hand.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. So if you'd rather have the digital printing, that's perfectly fine as well.
Do you two agree? Okay, all right, so congratulations on that part. So they both, I need the, get ready for the big prize. I need the plaque too, okay? All right, so they both are splitting the marketing portion, okay? But only one is going to get the money and the plaque, all right? And with that being said, I'm going to make an executive choice here. So you just stay because you're going to present the plaque. I'm making an executive choice only because I'm familiar with both of them. And so sometimes this is where the scorecard comes into play as to what tilted one or the other. They both absolutely deserve it. They both actually won, but only one can take away the final prize. And as much as Rosebud deserves it because she is a phenomenal leader, she is out here helping people all over Philadelphia with food, clothes, businesses. She's got multiple locations to be able to serve and to help people. Rosebud, you absolutely deserve it, but Changemaker has more experience. And with that being said, Changemaker is the winner today. Hold on. You're not done. Let's get the plaque out and get that Nordstrom box. Latia, present her with the Nordstrom box. Shanice, which is Marie Rose, I meant. Okay, so open it up. So, yes. So with that being said, she's got a faux fur, a vegan fur, because I don't want any of the animal rights people beating me up. So when she goes out on the night of the town, all right. Second thing, something too bad. Now do it. Give her her gift. Congratulations, Marie Rose, for a job well done. Let's celebrate our grand prize winner who's taking home the big prize.
I just want to say congratulations on what is given Tuesday, and I appreciate you being the support and everything.
Because this was live and organic, we have to take the plaque back and engrave it. So get some pictures with your family and friends, and then we got to take it back and engrave it because literally it was live, and we have to write the check. All right? Oh, that's good. That's good. Come back. Dante and Wesley. She's going to take pictures of all of you. So. All right, now go to that table. Oh, hold on, Linda. No, make sure they hear you. Let me get a picture. Okay. Okay. All right, ladies. All right, we got it. Okay. Oh, she's doing the whole room. Sorry. All right. All right. Yeah.
All right, this is wonderful, wonderful. So congratulations. She's at it. I'm saying she's milking it. She's milking it like a cow. I don't blame her. She's just, that's right, get all the milk you can. So now, on behalf of Grow It Snow, We also have a parting gift for you also, because you was one of the contestant winners. So we want to congratulate her with this gift, and we also have another gift for you as a winner. And so we just like to thank everybody for your indulgence, for coming out and supporting Grove and Snow. Wake Up Winning Again. We thank all the nonprofits and the corporations that came out and the not-for-profits. Please go onto our website, Grow with Snow. Email us so we can email you all the fabulous things that we're doing at Grow with Snow. We would love for you to come out and celebrate with us. We are going on 12 years strong. Give it up for Michelle Snow. You know it. She is the guru of entrepreneurs. She is the guru.